still a formidable off-road vehicle, the Toyota 4Runner. But practically all of our positive remarks when we last looked over it closely on a surface other than dirt focused solely on the technical feature set, including tried and true mechanicals, a cargo carrying champion, a roll-down rear window, and several versions. According to report, the less than favorable findings, however, were slow, inefficient, inaccurate handling, and an outdated cabin. To the flaws, we would add the unusually low seating position and the loud exhaust. The genuine superpower of the SUV is revealed by the 4Runner's US sales chart. The buying public just really don't care. The current 5th-generation truck has been available since 2009, making its most recent make over 10 years ago. As the truck ages, it sells off dealer lots at an increasing rate. The last time the truck sold significantly fewer than 100,000 units in the US was in 2014. That goes a long way toward explaining why the 2024 4Runner makes only 4 changes, which is a minimal amount. The 4Runner TRD Pro now uses the same special Terra color as the 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro for its first 2 upgrades, which are both paint-related. As the TRD's exclusive, Terra takes the place of Solar Octane. The second adjustment is the addition of Underground, a hue that was first introduced with the Tacoma line. The 4Runner 40th Anniversary Edition's departure from the lineup at the end of the birthday year is the third modification. The last significant adjustment is a projected $300 price hike for all products. Toyota did not release MSRPs for the 2024 4Runner, however, according to Motor Trend, it was given an advance copy of the order sheet. The following is what customers will encounter if the $1,395 destination charge remains the same, assuming the numbers hold. SR5, $41,850. TRD Sport, $44,710. Premium, $44,910. TRD Off-Road, $45,695. TRD Off-Road Premium, $48,275. Limited, $51,085. TRD Pro, $55,315. The 4.0-litre V6 in the 4Runner produces the same 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque, and 5,000 pounds of towing capacity as it did in 2010. Another possible explanation for the lack of modification is that a new 4Runner, which will incorporate many of the improvements made to the 2024 Tacoma pickup, is anticipated for the 2025 model year. The 4Runner 5G forum speculates that this could refer to the factory-installed 32-inch tires, the Trail Hunter trim, the isodynamic shock-absorbing seats, the turbocharged 2.4-litre 4-cylinder hybrid powertrain, an 8-speed automatic transmission, a front sway bar disconnect, locking diffs front and or rear, and maybe, just maybe, a manual transmission. Well, Toyota must fix these annoying issues in the next iteration of the Toyota 4Runner. Based on the problems that RepairPal lists for the 4Runner, transmission problems seem to be the most frequent. When the mileage on a Toyota 4Runner with an automatic transmission gets high, the transmission may not respond efficiently. No gearbox problems should happen with the next generation Toyota 4Runner, even if it has a great deal of mileage. The 4Runner is made to last at least 200,000 miles. Based on the average length of time taken to drive across the country each year, that's more than 14 years. The 4Runner is popular because it is strong and dependably built. One trouble the new 4Runner doesn't need is a transmission that will not shift properly. Plus, the front brake rotors on the midsize SUV wear out faster than they should. Changing the brake rotors more often may become necessary because of this, which raises the total cost of owning the car. Changing brake blades too often may not be a big problem, but it can add up in terms of cost. There shouldn't be this problem with the next generation Toyota 4Runner. In the end, the Toyota 4Runner is still one of the most dependable SUVs in its class. This type is built to last and can be owned for 17 years if it is well taken care of. Over 20 years is possible for people who take good care of their off-road SUV. The 4Runner is built to last, even though it has a few problems with dependability. Even so, the Japanese car company could still make some changes to the SUV that would make it more appealing. Likewise, better gas economy is needed for the Toyota 4Runner. The city gets 16 miles per gallon and the highway gets 19 miles per gallon. It takes 23 gallons of gas to power the 4Runner. From empty to full, it can go more than 402 miles. With the national average gas price, AAA.com says it takes about $84.64 to fill up. The 4Runner would have a much longer driving range if it got at least 21 miles per gallon on average. The Tundra and Sequoia are two Toyota models that got better gas mileage not long ago. Hybrids are now standard on the Toyota Sequoia. To get better gas economy and more power, the 4Runner could also have a hybrid powertrain option. We are on the 5th version of the Toyota 4Runner. Design changes to the nameplate have not been made in over 10 years. In order for the midsize SUV to fit in with the brand's growing range, the 4Runner's interior and exterior should be redesigned. Designers have recently changed the looks of the Prius, Sequoia, and Tundra. In 2025, Toyota might update the 4Runner, however the company hasn't said for sure. It's time for a change after so many years. But why is the Toyota 4Runner is still a favorite? It goes without saying that human psychology is a complex subject. But what does that have to do with cars? Well, quite a bit. Some people just want to use the newest and best technology available because they can't follow utilizing outdated technology. This might occasionally result in risks since new items might not operate as effectively as they were anticipated to. Consider Tesla owners who purchased their vehicles early. The company's initial models undoubtedly had flaws. They had significant panel gaps, screen, battery, and even range concerns. However, some others were interested in purchasing them. These people fit the stereotype of risk-takers among car buyers. On the opposite end of the spectrum are those who prefer to stick with what they are confident is right. These individuals may make up a sizable portion of 4Runner purchasers. They are not looking for the most cutting-edge in-car technologies. Instead, they require a truck that will serve them faithfully for many years to come. Buyers may be confident that the 5th-generation 4Runner is a safe purchase because it has now been tried and tested for more than 10 years. Well, it might have some flaws, but here's some benefits of buying the Toyota 4Runner. The Toyota 4Runner ticks the box for an off-road vehicle that yet drives well on the freeway. Toyota designed the 4Runner for exploration, and exploration is what you will do with it. The TRD Pro variant can be your best option if off-roading is your main objective. For people who simply intend to go on the occasional weekend adventure, any trim levels will do. On 4Runner models, active traction control and downhill assist control are standard. This Toyota SUV is equipped to handle everything you throw at it, thanks to its reinforced body-on-frame design and coil spring-independent double wishbone front suspension with a stabilizer bar. Particularly on the more basic versions, cars like the Toyota 4Runner typically maintain their value pretty well. In general, Toyota trucks and SUVs retain their value well over time. The Tundra, Tacoma, and 4Runner retain more than 60% of their initial value over the first 5 years of ownership, according to Kelley Blue Book. According to estimates, the 4Runner may be able to retain 64.4% of its value over the course of the first 5 years. This is a huge benefit for a number of reasons. The 4Runner won't lose a lot of value as soon as it leaves the dealership. The Toyota 4Runner also has a sizable fan base. People are still prepared to spend a high price for a strong car, despite the fact that the 4Runner hasn't had a redesign in a while. The Toyota 4Runner's dependability is yet another plus. Even though prices are rising everywhere, one of the most important elements that consumers take into account is reliability. The reliability of the 4Runner is among the greatest available, and there isn't really another brand that comes close to matching Toyota's. The almost endless modification choices for the Toyota 4Runner are one of the main factors behind its popularity. Toyota gives you the option to customize your ideal SUV right away, but you're not required to. The 2023 4Runner hasn't evolved much over the past 10 years, thus numerous businesses have goods to improve or upgrade the SUV. You can still buy upgrades and parts even if you decide without getting the TRD Pro trim level. Exterior, interior, and performance accessories are all offered in the Toyota Parts Center's web store. Floor mats, running boards, and even a TRD skid plate may be purchased separately if needed. Parts for the Toyota 4Runner are also offered by a number of businesses, including camping tents and performance enhancements. Someone undoubtedly has one for sale with whatever you want to add. And so, are you going to buy the 2024 Toyota 4Runner, or are you going to wait for the next generation 4Runner that might come in the 2025 model year? Share your thoughts in the comment box below. And if you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.